I think I caught that in time. Hello, JoeHart here. Person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I'm going to probably live stream for a little bit. Like I said earlier, I planned on these 3 streams all being fairly quick. 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever, just to get a stream under my belt. The first one was phenomenal today. Only thanks to Sifa and his wonderful crew of supporters. So that was wonderful. And of course, I decided to skip on my second one because I was still streaming the first one. But anyway, let's get it. You know, I'm watching the TV screen, so it looks relatively. There's so many things I'm trying to work on at once. Oh, golly, that never works. Okay, so let me see green flag first. Going to try to get the race started, and obviously we'll see what happens. It looks like there's a lot of rain around. No trucks to the rear. Green flag 7:31, so in 9 minutes. Green flag is at. I get pretty jacked up. Hey. Okay, so what? Okay, we got 8 minutes. So let me do the starting lineup. Let me go to the banners first. Hide. Present. Share screen. Start row. Oop. Okay, so I'm going to do the starting lineup. I'm going to go full screen layout in case you want to read it. And then I'm going to go off. So I'm off screen to you all, but I can still see everything. But I'm going to go off screen for me. So I'll miss comments and people coming and going. I apologize for that. So starting lineup by row, Martinsville Speedway, LongJohnSilvers200. The green flag is at 7:31 or thereabouts in about 6 minutes. So the starting, no trucks to the rear, by the way. So Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Ben Rhodes, Corey Heim, Matt DiBenedetto, Christian Eckes, Carson Hocevar, Chase Purdy, Tanner Gray, Grant Enfinger, Matt Crafton, Ty Majeski, Stuart Friesen, Tyler Ankrum, Connor Jones, Rajah Caruth, Caden Honeycutt, Jake Garcia, Nick Sanchez, Lawless Allen, Daniel Dye, William Sawalik. I don't know how to pronounce that. Brett Holmes, Taylor Gray is 24th. And there's 36 total. So 25th is Ross Chastain, Kobe Howard, Haley Deegan, Timmy Hill, Memphis Villarreal, don't know how to pronounce it, Spencer Boyd, Chris Wright, Mason Massey, Jonathan Schaefer, Brad Perez, Stephen Maluzzi. I thought he was the one that canceled. Oh, I think the truck canceled, but the driver moved to another car. Dean Thompson, number 90, Justin. Let me see here. Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, for sure. He went to the 35. Jake Garcia. I think Jake Garcia's in here too, the 35. 22. Josh Rayom. Let me get a couple of these changes here. Stephen Malozzi. Let me go back to the other screen. Anyone here yet? Josh Rayom, is he driving for anybody? There it is. Jonathan Schaefer. Right? $46. It must be $146. There it is. So let me scroll that back up in case we want to refer to it again. So let me put my earbud in. Nick Sanchez, first time. I guess they're saying multiple drivers are here for the first time. This is a heck of a place to. Oh, sorry. So green flag is in 2 minutes or thereabouts. So I'm going to get so I think the stages are 50, 50, 100. I think it's in my description, isn't it? 50, 50, 100. LJS 200. Oh, better not be singing. Oh. So green flag about 7:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now. LJS 200, 1 of 50 of 100 of 200 laps. Road time. And Doug. Wish out the a hold for lightning. Lightning. $7.24. So yeah, it's a lightning hold. Basically, it started at 7:24 and it's a 30-minute hold if they see no other lightning. Every time they see lightning within 8 miles, they reset for 30 minutes. Everybody is out and about because there's no rain. There was just lightning. So the crew is still setting up, and I guess there's some teardown, but it's mostly setting up. They're putting up the rain walls to the stuff if it does start raining. But those clouds look horrible. By the way, the watch along. Watch along is, but nothing's happening because the watch along is on. So the watch along is on FS1, Fox Sports 1. I got ready for the I think there is some things I can do as I multitask, and there's some things I can't do as I motor. I wish I could figure out how to set up my future StreamYard streams while I'm like in this holding pattern right now, because that's something I could probably multitask on, but I guess I'm going to make the rounds. I'm going to go to all my platforms. Hey, 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 anybody there? Y'all want to talk? Uh-oh. That was supposed to be 3. God damn it. Why does this happen like that? Oh, I'm sorry for cussing. It wasn't in the first 7 seconds, so I think I'm okay. Okay, yeah, Twitter is the most complicated, and they're the hardest ones to do. You're pretty. How is everybody? 2 people. Oh my goodness. Did Lyndon not Baines bring a friend? Wow, 2 people. Is that me? Oh yeah, I can click on it. I forgot. Twitch won and YouTube won. So Facebook, I'm not the Facebook. What the? Why can't this stuff work? Do y'all know? LinkedIn. Okay. Ah, gosh, darn it. How's it going? Sorry, I'm just I'm just visiting all my platforms, just saying hi to myself, so I can have a conversation. And then also, we have a. Oh, I need this. I need to finish. Hold on. But it's the truck race tonight is on a lightning hold. I think it started at 7:24. So if there was no other lightning, which obviously there has been because it's 32 minutes. Anyway, let me get back to that. Okay, so what do we got? We've got oh my goodness, all those people. So yeah, the watch along is FS1 if you want to watch along with me. It is in let me look at the current Bob Pockrass usually gives pretty precise things. $7.49 at reset. Okay, I guess I ruined that. Darn. Did I really delete that? God damn it. $7.49 at reset. So it was 7:24, which would have been 7:54, and 5 minutes before it was over, it reset with another lightning. which, I mean, there's a million. I mean, they're showing the clouds moving, and I'm like, God, that looks like it's on a time whatever, but it is on a time lapse. You're seeing the cars and everything going really fast. And I'm like, oh, okay. Not cars on the track. They're always going really fast. But the cars off the tracks and the haulers, they were going very fast. Well, I was thinking of doing a pretty quick stream, but I didn't think I was going to. I mean, I guess I thought there would be some lightning delays. So I think it's, anyway. I don't know too much about Cody Ware's situation, but I know a fair amount about mental health and mental illness and mental challenges. And I think it's okay to, get the dirty laundry out there and stuff. But just reading what I'm reading right now, which was posted 4 hours ago by Austin Konensky, and it's horrible. It's horrible what Cody Ware is being, allegedly is being accused of doing to this woman. But everybody at NASCAR knows he has mental challenges. So I assume everybody that dates him knows he has mental challenges. So, there's got to be why would you put yourself in that situation if you know that he's quite often unstable and quite often not treating the symptoms that he has? And I'm not trying to victim shame. I'm usually the last person to ever victim shame, but why would you subject yourself to that? Like that you're the one that can make the difference. You can change them. You can make them more mentally stable. You can make the difference. If you love them enough, then, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So I don't think he has any right to do any of that stuff to that woman. And she has she does not have to put up with any of that. And I hope she gets what she's looking for. I hope either she sues him or gets a restraining order, but everybody knows that about him. Why would she subject herself to that? And I don't know anything about their situation. I don't know if Cody has dated 17 women in 2 months or has dated one woman for the last 12 years. I don't know anything about his situation. So this woman might be brand new and just his most recent, person to mess around with. And she didn't know he was so mentally unstable. But wow, someone's already thinking about the charter. Must have been drunk. He's mentally unstable, which can be alcohol related, of course. April 14th. Is that today? So he posted bond and now he's back in jail because of. Rain starting and expected to be heavy 3 minutes ago. I mean, Bristol has lights, so it doesn't have to be on TV. Woo! Well, I'm kind of out of the loop with NASCAR, but I used to know a lot about NASCAR. And so some of the stuff may be dated. And this is Martinsville, so it's the shortest track, and it's concrete, and it's not super slanted. That's not whatever the word is. But if it immediately stopped raining right now, it would probably take 2 hours to dry it and then get on the road. So it's just starting right now to rain, or I don't know when that exactly was. Let me get the exact time. So Bob guesses 60 minutes to dry. That's very quick, but he would know. Rain starting and expected to be heavy. That's 5 minutes ago at 8:03. 6 minutes ago. Rain starting and expected to be heavy. I know people want to know, will the race happen tonight? I think it depends, if anything, builds behind this heavy cell, and obviously how much rain falls. They aren't going to race with this wet weather tire. There's too much spray, even with it, and causes visibility issues. The tire is designed to maybe get restarted a little earlier or help run caution laps or get track dry. But this rain going to be so heavy, my guess, 60 minutes to dry. So it's just starting to rain, and it's expected to be heavy, and then it will be 60-minute drying, and I think that's ultra optimistic. So that sounds like it's going to be, 9:30, quarter of 10 minimum for a green flag. So I would say it's just best for us to end this stream. I'm not sure if I'll come back because all I have are the usuals. I have the Linden, not Baines. Linden, not Baines. Linden, not Baines. How are you, my Linden, not Baines? Linden, not Baines. So, who is that? Lyndon Baines. What's his last name? I keep forgetting his last name. So anyway, okay. So did I really say hello and goodbye and all that to everybody? Let's see here. So JoeHart to Twitch said hello to StreamYard. Uh-oh, my Wi-Fi is down to 1 bar instead of 3. That's not good. I'm sitting right on, it's right here. I pay a ton of money for this. Still at 1 bar. And then Francis' assistant and JoeHart PwD's said hello all as a viewer in the, am I still over there? I think I'm still over there. So JoeHart, okay. So JoeHart profile Facebook says, hello to StreamYard Joe from Facebook profile Joe. Thanks for stream. Take care. See you later. JoeHart PwD's. And then JoeHart Invisible Disabilities Advocacy, which is my Facebook page, says, hello to StreamYard Joe from Facebook page Joe. Thanks for stream. Take care. See you later. JoeHart PwD's. And then JoeHart profile LinkedIn says, hello to StreamYard Joe from LinkedIn Joe. Thanks for stream. Take care. See you later. JoeHart PwD's. And I don't have to say and then, but JoeHart PwD's 8641 on YouTube says, hello to StreamYard Joe from YouTube 1. Joe, that's not a great name, but it's an okay name. Thanks for stream. Take care. See you later. JoeHart PwD's. And then Francis' assistant, and I said then again, sorry about that. Francis' assistant, hello to StreamYard Joe from YouTube 2, JoeHart. Thanks for stream. Take care. See you later. JoeHart. So, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So I can't do the tweets, the Twitters. I did those elsewhere. Okay. All right. Lyndon, not Baines. Spectators, viewers, watchers, listeners, spectators. Thank you to Thank you to Lyndon, Not Baines, and spectators, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I'm still streaming, aren't I? I'm here. Sorry, I'm late. Lightning delay. Yeah, sorry. I was yeah, I was just leaving, but I wanted to copy and paste that Lyndon, Not Baines thing. Yeah, you're on FS1. Let me look at the most current. Bob Pockris is the fantastically exact, precise person. So the most recent lightning delay, I mean, it's raining now, so I guess it's a rain delay, but the most recent lightning strike within 8 miles that matters because there was no raining going on was at 7:49. So that would be every time we get a lightning strike within 8 miles, it resets the 30 minutes. So at 7:49, the 30 minutes, and the TV shows horrendous torrential rain. So yeah, this is way more than lightning now. But so the lightning 7:49. So 30 minutes if it was not raining would be about now, right? 11 would be exactly right now. Yeah, it's pouring there. Yeah. So what Bob Pock, and they have lights, so they can run the race at 2 a.m. They can run the race anytime they want. And I think, oh golly, I think I was thinking about Bristow. I think they have lights. I mean, yeah, the sun is set now, so it can let me go back and save that thing. So I'm here. Sorry, I'm late. No problem. I don't, thank you for being here. Lightning delay for sure. Oh shoot. Yeah. So anyway, okay, so I was trying to figure, it looked like the earliest possible would be about 10 p.m. So I was like, I'm going to just log out, end this stream because it's, and I mean, that would have been perfect earlier today. The practice and qualifications did happen, but I talked for 3 hours about other things besides that. So that would have been perfect for tonight. But anyway, I didn't plan earlier and I didn't plan this. But so lightning hold. It could depend how long they're willing to wait tonight for a postponement call. It could depend on how heavy, dangerous this storm is and asking people to stick around through it. But I would think the storm would need to be clear of the area by 9:30-ish. Oh, dang, 10. Yeah, so anyway, this is the up-to-date for Bob Pockris. I was guessing 10 with his information earlier, but I'm trying to get his most current information. He's sitting there and all he's doing is getting information to us. I mean, there's nothing he can, they're talking about snacks and he's real healthy. He shows all his healthy snacks and stuff. So he's a great man. He's wonderful. But I would think the storm would need to be clear of the area by 9:30-ish. And that's a total guess. Wanting to get racing by 10:30 or so. Again, that's a guess. So 17 minutes ago at 8:03, 18 minutes ago, it said rain starting and expected to be heavy, which we're seeing right now. And then he said, I know people want to know will the race happen tonight. I think it depends if anything builds behind this heavy cell and obviously how much rain falls. They aren't going to race with this wet weather tire. There is too much spray on the tires, even with it, and cause visibility issues. The tire's designed to maybe get restarted a little earlier. I mean, yeah, the rain tires have a niche purpose. They're not really wet weather tires or rain racing tires. They have a niche, and their niche is to possibly start everything earlier than if they waited for slick tires to be okay. So it gives you that 10 or 15 minutes head start by them putting on safer tires when it's not completely dry. So that's its only niche. They don't want to race on wet. It's just to get that extra jump start. But the tire's designed to maybe get restarted a little earlier or help run caution laps and get track dry. But this rain going to be so heavy, my guess 60 minutes to dry. And that, I think 60 minutes to dry is really optimistic. Usually it's 2 or so hours. I don't know if NASCAR is getting faster. They're probably getting more efficient, but not faster. They're not buying more. They got to buy a plane. They got to put a plane, it's a plane. These are plane engines that are drying the track. So they have to buy another plane. Not that they don't have the money, but I don't think they've bought more equipment. They're just probably getting more efficient. I think an hour is very optimistic. They do try to dry the track under lightning hold with any vehicle where the people inside are covered. Question, will they try track dry while under lightning hold. They do try to drive the track under lightning hold with any vehicle where the people inside are covered. And I think that means physically covered, like they're grounded with tires, the rubber, the lightning can't hit the ground and go through the rubber tires into the car. It can hit the car, but I think everything has a ground. So I think that's what he's talking about. Should Bristol be a dirt race again in 2024? I'd love to hear what Bob has to say about that. Maybe we'll listen to that. I was just talking about domestic assault earlier. Okay, it's 55 seconds. Let's yeah, that doesn't sound so promising at all. Now, Bob tries to be a realist. In life, he's probably closer to my composition or whatever that disposition, whatever that word is I'm looking for. He's probably on the more negative side of life, but he tries to be honest and covers it realistically. So yeah, it doesn't sound too promising, but let me get to this. Where's my thing? Hey, I'm a viewer. Hey, I'm a muted viewer. Finally figured out mute. Thanks to SIFA. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I think I've been taught prior how to do it, but so yeah, I'm a viewer. I'm a viewer. Okay, so let's hey, I'm a muted viewer. I finally figured out mute. Thanks to SIFA. Oh, sorry, typo. Y'all know who I meant. Man, look at that TV. Look at that rain. That's going sideways. So share screen. Okay, so I'm going to just there was a lot of hoopla about should Bristol be a dirt track race next year, and I guess we've done 2 years. Has it only been 2 years? But everybody's like, I think it's lost. It's luster. He's saying for 4th year. So I guess we've done 3 years. And this year didn't seem to be super exciting. And everybody's like, I think when you try something new, you should do 1 or 2 years and then move on. Anyway, I don't care for it. I would, anyway, let's see what he says, if you don't mind. So let's see here. So let's, so I'm going to go full screen layout, but I can still see it. But now I'm going to go off screen so I can't see comments and stuff. So I'm going to go off, and it's 55 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Everyone, Bob Pockris from Fox Sports and some fast thoughts following the dirt race here at Bristol. You can see the track behind me. Man, it was probably the best dirt race they've had in the 3 years here at Bristol. Christopher Bell's the winner. And why would I say it's the best dirt race? Well, you got Christopher Bell battling Tyler Reddick, battling Austin Dillon, battling Ricky Stenhouse Jr., battling Chase Briscoe for the win. What do those all 5 have in common? They all have dirt experience. Not necessarily in the same type of car, but they all have dirt experience. You needed dirt experience to win this race. And that tells me that these were probably the best conditions, you know, to make it as much of a dirt track as you can have, considering that you're putting a bunch of dirt on top of concrete. And that fact that you're putting a bunch of dirt on concrete, a lot of people saying, man, maybe this experiment should be over. But you know what? After that race you saw tonight, certainly you can argue that a fourth time would be a charm. Everyone, Bob Pockris from Fox Sports and some fast thoughts following the dirt race here at Bristol. You can see the track behind me. Man, it was probably the best dirt race they've had in the 3 years here at Bristol. Christopher Bell's the winner. And why would I say it's the best dirt race? Well, you got Christopher Bell battling Tyler Reddick, battling.
Wow. I didn't think he would be one of the ones to say we ought to continue. Congrats, Bell. Yeah, Christopher Bell kicked some butt. He did great. He was really good. I don't know if you're able to catch any of the race, but yeah, I love Christopher Bell. He did well. Let me go back to let me go back to Nightbot. Thank you to Lyndon Not Baines and spectators, viewers, watchers, and listeners. No lurkers here. I appreciate most everyone. I don't like that, but I got to start somewhere. I'm a good editor. I'm not a good writer. So I guess I just want to get it started. Submit. Spectators. Now I go to timers. Okay, I think I did it. Let's see if testing 1, 2, 3. And I'm sorry, B Survivor. I couldn't just stick with spectators. I apologize. It's basically what I just wrote a couple of comments above, but this is now it's automatic. So let me see if it works. But at least I called it spectators. The name of the custom, whatever it's called, custom, you know what these things are called. I forget. They sure don't come quickly. There you go. So thank you to Lyndon Not Baines and spectators, viewers, watchers, and listeners. No lurkers there. I appreciate most everyone. So I'm not real pleased with what I wrote, but it's a good place to start, and hopefully I'll edit it soon. I didn't know how to, I was going to say, and not lurkers, but then it sounds like I don't want to thank the lurkers. What I'm trying to say is there are no lurkers. I think I've been born again by B Survivor and want to call them spectators instead of lurkers. And but I had to say I appreciate most everyone. I had to put in the most. I couldn't. It's just weird how I just can't lie or whatever. It's just so weird. It's not. I'm not in a court. I'm not putting my hand on a Bible. It's not like I have to be perfectly honest with every single word I say. It's okay, Joe. People of the ears. People of the ears. Okay. Man, okay, I'm going to go back. Not there. Where is it? People of the ears. Is that edit? I'm going to put dashes in it. So people of people of the ears. Spectators, people of the ears, viewers. Okay. People, sorry, I'm ignoring people of, I'll be there shortly, the ears. People of the ears. I hope I spelt it right. There. Spectators. That is such a long word to write, and I would misspell it all the time, I would guess. Okay, there it is. Let me see the people of the ears. People of the ears. So, there it is. People of the ears. So thank you to Lyndon, not Baines, and spectators, people of the ears, viewers, watchers, and listeners. No lurkers there. I appreciate most everyone. I love it. Yeah, it's a little wordy. Everything I do is just way too wordy. Thank you for reminding me what was left out. Now, golly, my mind wanders, and then I think like I can, I think I can ask questions, and then I think I have to ask the question, and then it's like, boy, that's not a good question to ask. But I mean, I guess some people could ask me, I love it. Like some people can say, can we just call a truce and can you just not talk about me? And I say, okay, I won't talk about you. But I think there ought to be a time limit to that. Like if they can keep showing up as a lurker, then I can keep talking about them. Like it seems like if they would just stop effing showing up, then it would be okay. Then I could, then I'm the worst mod. I get you. I don't think there's a worse or better or you are super mod. I would say that Lyndon not Baines, certainly knew how to keep me on topic. It wasn't. It certainly wasn't the nicest way that Lyndon Baines did it, but he definitely got me back on topic, which is definitely Baines. Where's Baines? So yeah, like it seems like there would be a time limit. Like I keep talking about it, so I'm not over it, of course. And Lyndon Baines may not be over it either, but it seems like we would start to go our separate ways. And oh, by the way, did I tell people? So I dropped into a stream yesterday, and it was very nice being in the stream. And then suddenly I had to leave, or I chose to leave. Lyndon showed up. Now I always look who's in a stream before I start talking, but they just started talking. And everybody was talking to me and everybody was talking to Baines. Not Baines. I'm sorry, not Baines. And then, I wasn't, I wasn't going to shy away. So I just said, hey, I got to take off. I'm going to be taking off. And then I took off. So anyway, enough about all this frivolous stuff. Alex Erickson, Letitia Stock, Lori Vallow, Trial Watch. So, I don't totally. Oh, that was a huge lightning. That was a huge lightning. They're showing all the lightnings. Did you see these lightnings? Wow, that is so cool. Did you see all those lightnings, Bee Survivor? So, by the way, I don't know if I've told anybody, but the last NASCAR race I was at, no, I'm sorry, boy, I'm going to have to split hairs and describe it perfectly. The last NASCAR track that I was at was Martinsville Speedway. Yeah, it's bad there though, you know. So yeah, the last yummy, look at those burgers. Burger bar. I hate I don't I don't see it. I don't see a race in tonight's future, but I'm gonna hope I'm wrong about that. By the way, we're just biding time. I'm done with this stream, and I'm done waiting for, you know, I mean, I would bet there's a 60% chance that there's a race by midnight. But I think there's probably a 30% chance that there's a race before 10 or 11 p.m. So so it probably won't be broadcast. Now, I always say things like that, and then it's never wrong, right? Like TV networks will show up at whatever time. They want to make that money. So if the race happens, they're going to show the race. So, but that's a different stream. That's not, this is, we're now done with the race is the way I would talk about it. Wow. Would they race at midnight? What time would it be there? Martinsville is Eastern Standard Time, so it's the same as yours and my time. So it's 8:42 there. All options are possible. You know, they do have lights, so it can race anytime. And you know, all the days, you know, like you know, Friday is less important than Saturday, is less important than Sunday. So you don't like postponing Saturday into Sunday, and you don't like postponing Friday into Saturday. So it's, you don't want to impede upon that stuff because they're a second class citizen. They're the truck race. So they wouldn't get a, so I mean, I don't know what tomorrow's schedule is. I think there's two, plus I don't think there's any rain tomorrow or something like that. I think it's minimal rain tomorrow. So they could, Saturday is partly cloudy, but let me see how late the rain goes. The last show of any rain is at 3 in the morning, 30%. And then after that, it's over cloud. There's nothing. I mean, this is a free, you know, I go what Bob Pockra says and stuff. So yeah, they can race anytime. Plus the network, but the primary decision maker is the network. And the second biggest decision maker is the owner of the track, because, you know, they've had people die in lightning strikes. So they want to send people home, and a ton of people camp. So when they send people home, that means they walk 20 yards away and they camp there. So they don't really leave the safety of the, you know, they don't get out of the storm. They're still in the storm. But yeah, anyway, like I said, the last track that I've been at is Martinsville Speedway. And, you know, the final race is usually on a Sunday, so you can usually go a couple days early, you know, Wednesday or so. Well, anyway, Martinsville has you can go Saturday before. You can go 8 days before. Plus, you get in line before that. So anyway, I was in line well before the opening. And I got in, and I was like the 10th person in, and it was great and wonderful. Anyway, I didn't last very long. It was, you know, within hours that I left the place. And that's the last track I've ever been to. And I think about the general manager or the president I think of sending them an email every time I hear about Martinsville. So it's not great memories about Martinsville. And W. Clay Campbell, the president, I used to have great memories about him, and now I don't have such great memories about him recently. But the camping is pretty wild. The camping is it's on these hilly things, and I don't know what the red clay is called, but in Virginia, it's Martinsville, Virginia, but it's right on the border of Virginia and North Carolina. And the red clay is called something. I think it's just called red clay, but it is really red. And so when it gets muddy or clayey, or, you know, you can walk around it and you'll get it on your shoes, and, you know, heaven forbid if you get it on your shirt or your pants or anything like that, because it will never come out. You can never wash red clay out of your clothes. So it's a pretty wild thing. I don't know what it is. I guess it's iron, or I don't know what the red is from, but it's really red. So I kind of always liked the camping there as a non-camper. I don't camp. I sleep in my car. But, you know, they had showers, and, you know, I could – anyway, there were some good memories and not so good memories. But never – never what? That I'll go back? Never. Did I say that? What are you talking about, B? Never. Never say never. Is that what you're saying? Never say never? I mean, I do have to start from scratch. I mean, this president is probably one of the first persons I have to talk to. But the first place I have to talk to is NASCAR Incorporated. I have to talk to them first. And one guy in particular, because he had a lot of faith in me and he wanted to help me and blah, 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 blah. But he didn't know the whole story of everything. And so I first want to come clean with him completely and then say, do you still want to help me? And then if you do, can we go forward? Oh, never. That clay is never coming out of your clothes. Never, 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 never. And, you know, I'm not the, you know, you put a brand new shirt on me, which doesn't happen very often. But if you put a brand new shirt on me and I go out to dinner, you know, give me about 7 minutes and there'll be some sauce on my shirt. So, I mean, I get stuff on my stuff all the time. So people would tell me about that red clay, and I'm like, oh, well, come on, just throw it in the wash. You can wash it out. And they're like, well, I wouldn't, Joe. And, they would say, and don't wear your best clothes. And I'm like, well, all my clothes is not my best clothes. So I'm okay. I'm covered. But I didn't quite realize the extent of what it will never come out of your clothes. So, and it's famous. I mean, I think not Martinsville, it might be the county, but I think that area of Virginia is famous for its red clay. This guy's first name is Clay, by the way. I don't know if he is named after the red clay, but he might be named after that red clay. Oh my goodness. Weather delay. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. So yeah, what's it's more of an intimate night tonight, B. Did you want to come up and we can just shoot the poop for a while? Let's see here. So it was hot. It was hopping earlier, and there's a lot of people I didn't quite understand. So I not very many people I knew. So 10 minutes ago, okay, here's some updates, not real hopeful, but a little hopeful. So, okay. So at 8:30, 20 minutes ago, NASCAR is getting ready to start the track dryers. And two more updates. There's 3 updates. At 8:33, 18 minutes ago, Air Titans are working on standing water on the track. Whether race tonight likely depends on what builds over the next hour or so. And then the last one, I think, this is at 8:40. So this is 11 minutes ago. Track drying has begun. The lightning hold won't lift until around 9:08 at the earliest. So that's 8:38. I mean, that's 13 minutes ago that there was a lightning strike. So track drying has begun. Now, ooh, it's a little loud here, and I'm still a little scared. Are you in the middle of a storm? Ooh, it's a little loud here. I gotta ease back. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot what you're referring to. Yeah. That's fine. Cool. No problem. I gotta ease back into this. No problem. I'm just always thinking about the typing. I don't like typing. Now we have a fire going. Oh, cool. Cool beans. Are you still outside? That's cool stuff. So I did talk about domestic. I guess we're supposed to call that something else. DV? Is that I did talk about it earlier. I'm feeling the need that I have to go back to it, but it's not a really good topic, and I don't probably have the best opinion now, like right now, because usually I have a very good sympathetic, but it just I was just reading a tweet that was written 4 hours ago, and I said, this is not. I appreciate you thinking about my typing. Oh, it's all I think about with me. But yeah. Yes, we came out when we found out about the weather day. Cause wicked nice still. Nice. Wicked nice. NHRA weather. I have never seen her. Let me I have to, with Twitter, I have to follow on another account because I can't follow. That's why I wasn't telling the guy the scoop. I always wonder why I think I have to explain everything. Wicked nice. LOL. That's my mainer. I swear wicked is a good thing. Well, I know what wicked means, but yeah, it sounds so, I think of lobsters. When I hear wicked, I think of lobsters. I wicked love lobsters. I didn't use that in the right way. But, so NHRA weather. I can't believe I've never followed her. That doesn't make sense. Well, F you. I thought I was on the other account. Why does everything have to be so complicated? I think I make things complicated, but why do they? I don't want 3 Twitter accounts. Wicked cool. Wicked cool. Amen. So NASCAR Waxman, which, is WX Man, which is Weatherman, he follows me. I don't know why he follows me. That's bizarre. That's probably because the weather from so I don't know if anybody saw it's showing on TV right now. It's too late. It just showed it, but Bristol race on the dirt last week had a couple of guys that spun around, and Michael McDowell, who's not a phenomenal driver, but he's pretty good at street courses and road courses, and I guess also dirt now. But he ended up, on Bristol, it's a half a mile around. So when you got 40 cars in a half a mile, everybody's on top of each other. So anytime anybody spins, you're gonna get hit, or someone's gonna get hit, or two people avoiding you hit each other. Someone's gonna get hit. Anyway, during the race, he spun around, and then he ended up going in the right direction again. He went back to going forward, and he continued onward. And people are like, OMG, I can't believe he did that. That was so cool. They didn't call a yellow flag. It stayed green. And then he did it for a second time during the race. He spun, and he did a whole 360, and he went back in the same direction. So it's really cool. Now, he's kind of dopey, and his sponsor loves a travel stop. So I've talked to him a couple times. I like Ryan Priest, but it was pretty wild he did that. But anyway, they're just showing it, and now they're showing, I like Ryan Priest, but I don't like him being so immature with Kyle Larson. They're like, oh, dang, twice. Yeah. I mean, so as they said the first time, they're like, that's so cool. I guess he could have been lucky, but that's so cool. And then he did it the second time, and they're like, that's not luck. That's he did it. That was phenomenal. So, and Kyle Larson could do it, and Kyle Busch could do it. Some people could do it, but woo! Christopher Bell's wife. She's a serious person there. Oh, dang, twice. So, anyway, Christopher Bell. I don't know if you saw the pictures of his wife. She is attractive, but Christopher Bell is, I think, the youngest looking driver alive. I mean, I think he looks 18, and I think he's 28 or 26 or 25 or something like that. He's not super old, but he's not a kid. He's not 21, but he's so young looking. So when you see his wife, you go, wow, she's attractive. Wow, she looks like an older sister. Not that they look alike, but she looks older. Yeah, I don't mean older sister, but just I mean, she doesn't look old. But anyway, he's a young pup. So just about everybody in the NASCAR world that has anything remotely to do with invisible disabilities or mental health or mental illness, or just about anybody that's remotely attached to that, I have approached everybody. And I have recently approached Rick Ware, who's the owner of the team Rick Ware Racing, which I think they have 2 cars. Usually, I don't know how many cars are in this race right now, but probably 2 cars. But his son, Cody Ware, is not a good driver. And let's see, Rick Ware. Let's see here. 1, 2. JJ Yaley and Cody Ware. So anyway, Cody Ware got into, he did some really poor, horrible things recently, and he was arrested and he posted bond, but he broke the bond stuff, and so he was thrown back into jail. Anyway, last weekend during Bristol, they said Cody won't be racing this weekend. He's taking care of some personal business, and it's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing. And then when Monday ran around, by the time Monday came around, NASCAR said we have indefinitely suspended Cody Ware because he was arrested for I forget the exact quotes. I should probably get the exact quotes because I don't want to misquote them, because what they wrote was very bad. So this is what Bob Pockris says. NASCAR has indefinitely suspended Cody Ware. Iredell County online jail records show Cody Shane Ware, age 27, taken into custody today on charges of assault on a female and assault by strangulation. Inflict serious injury. Oh, indefinitely. Yeah. Well, they use indefinitely so that it can mean anything they want. It can mean a week. It can mean forever. But they use that specifically. NASCAR is God. They can make any decision they want. So they say indefinitely. You and I, when we hear indefinitely, we think that means forever. But they mean someone might be back within a week. This guy won't be, but oh my. Yeah, so anyway, they added 2 charges to his deal. And news, NASCAR driver Cody Ware facing 2 additional charges. They sound similar to what he's already been charged. It's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to get this, but it'll probably block. It doesn't let me see that. So anyway, it was anyway, just looking at my phone, there was a tweet that was posted, about an hour or two ago. I saw it, and it was posted 4 hours prior to that. And I looked at it and I was like, and it's, it's dirty laundry all over the place. I mean, they're saying specifically what he did. And I mean, they're quoting court records. So they're not making up a story about what happened. They're quoting the court records, but their court records are horrible, or, specific, or, realistic, or, whatever. So, so he was, it's not showing the more recent stuff. NASCAR driver Cody Ware has been returned to law enforcement custody. That's a weird way to say it. On 4/14, which is today, according to Iredell Sheriff, Iredell County, North Carolina records. Anyway, I'll probably never find the quote, but the quote was that he, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm trying to be pretty exact, but that he climbed on top of the woman on bed and, was forcefully, shaking her and strangulating her. And then he threw her on the ground multiple times. And that is horrible. And he ought to be held 100%. That is horrible. He has no right to do any of that. He needs to be held responsible. She has no reason to have to put up with that. There's no reason for that to be okay. And but I read it, and I again, it just crossed my mind. Everybody knows that Cody is unstable. Everybody knows. Yeah, I mean, it's just horrible. And I approached him being a invisible disabilities advocate or ambassador or spokesperson. And I approached his dad and I said, you can't ignore things forever. You can't ignore these things. They don't go away. They don't go away. It can be alcohol related, but it's probably not. He's mentally unstable and untreated. He's untreated. So I was talking to his dad and I was like, and he just, as most parents are. Most parents are in denial and want to stick to, so they were not okay with me talking about it. But I'm like, besides me wanting sponsorship money, and I want to get a connection with y'all, but I also want him to get the help he needs. So anyway, but I read this thing and I said, I don't want to victim shame at all. I am always pro-victim. I am always pro-victim. There is never a reason for this stuff to happen. But when I read it, I said, everybody knows has mental challenges. Everybody knows he's unstable. Everybody knows he's not treated. And I don't know his history. I don't know if he's dated one female for 17 years or if he's dated 17 women in the last month. I don't know anything about his history. With instability, I guess both of those are pretty common. It's very common for a woman to stick by him forever and ever and ever, ever. And then it's also common for him to blow up every relationship. So but when I read it, I was like, why subject yourself to that? Why were you underneath him on the bed? Why were you in that relationship with him? Why were you going to be the one to change him? Were you the one that if you loved him enough, he would start taking the meds? If you loved him enough, he would start going to a counselor and getting better? What is again, I'm sure this can be misperceived as I'm saying it's her responsibility, but everybody knows this about him. So why be in that relationship? Why? So anyway, I've already talked way too much about it. I wish the best for him. There was a time there, that I got the father's business card and his phone number, and I was like, let's connect and blah, blah, blah. And then after a while of me waving at him at every effing race, and he wouldn't advance the topic at all, I was like, okay, let's just forget about it. Let's just keep waving to each other and just not doing anything about it. I'm going to drink something here. Anyway, I don't know who's racing. I don't know if we know who's racing. Rick Ware is pretty new to having a second car. He's always usually just had one car, and it was his son. And then he would also manage. I don't know, because I've never been there, thankfully, but I can imagine it must be a really hard, touchy situation. I'm not sure what I'd do. I just hope she's okay. Absolutely. I hope she is okay. And there is nothing that is never okay. There's nothing that she did or didn't do that would make that okay. Never is that okay. But I think you're right. I mean, people do want to have faith that someone can change and they love him, or, I mean, he's when I was early in alcohol recovery, and there's a ton of phrases in AA and stuff, but and I'm going to butcher this quote because it's not entirely true, but there is some quote along the lines of, you've never met an alcoholic that you didn't like. And I'm like, that's not really true. There's some people that have become nasty alcoholics. When they get drunk, they become really nasty. But it's a common phrase that they're like, oh, he was so nice. I can't believe that he would get drunk and, do all this stuff and black out and drive drunk and, not just DV, not domestic stuff, but just, that they would do all this stuff. And they're like, well, you never know. You can never find an alcoholic that you didn't like. They're all likable. And again, that's not always true. There's some I was a very nasty drunk, very, very nasty drunk. So people didn't like me when I drank, and I got into fights, and, my friends had to stick up for me because I wasn't much of a fighter, but I would get us into fights. So it was just, anyway. But I don't see him as that. I don't see him as, wow, he's so nice. He just has some challenges. He didn't seem especially nice. So anyway, it's I think you said it best, Bee Survivor. I will now go to another topic. Let's go find another topic. I don't know, because I've never been there, thankfully, but I can imagine it must be a really hard, touchy situation. I'm not sure what I do. I just hope she's okay. I hope she is too. I hope he gets the help he needs and she sets up whatever she wants to set up. If she wants to set up restraining orders or whatever she wants to set up, I hope she is able to set it up the way she wants to. I'm sure there's mind games involved and all sorts of madness too, so it's got to be hard. Yes. Okay, next time. B, I appreciate you supporting me with my little tirade, because it's controversial, and never is it victim shaming. I'm not ever trying to do that. So I appreciate your support, but I think next topic, I don't know. I do want to find out. Let's find out who's racing. I want to at least find out who's replacing his. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say, but maybe I don't need to say that. So Rick Ware Racing. So this weekend, Martinsville Speedway driver J.J. Yaley is making, oh, wow. Okay, so he's in the 15. So let's see who's in the 51. Zane Smith to drive number 51. I knew that. I forgot that. So Zane Smith. You're welcome, Joe. Cool. So 51, Zane Smith. Some of the we don't talk about charters much, but charters is a very interesting aspect of NASCAR, the highest level, the NASCAR Cup Series, which is not tonight. Tonight's, which again, I think of this race as, it's no longer that topic anymore. But they are showing no rain. Come on, is that live? They're showing no rain, and they're showing the track dryers, and the track looks dry-ish, the part they showed. Come on, no way. Look at those rain tires. They are soaking wet. So, there was, you never know. Like, I know I've said this before, but like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago, I know officially there was a definition of live. And I think definition for live for TV is if it happened within the last 15 minutes, you can call it live. So when they show something live, like who won Miss America contest or whatever it is, if it's within 15 minutes, they can say, this is live. Now, 15 minutes is a long time. So I think these days they say this happened shortly ago, or, they try to word it so that, it's not exactly live, but it's real recent. Yeah, it was just monsooning. So, yeah, I don't know how recent. Now, it is the mountains. It is Virginia, and they do have mountains, and there's pockets. It really can come and go really quickly. There's Clay. There's W. Clay Campbell, the dude that was responsible for me leaving his track. There he is, president, Martinsville Speedway. I used to love him. I still have a special feeling toward him, but I need to clear up a bunch of stuff. I think it's too bad. Yeah, monsooning. Is that it? It's an N? Monsooning. Yes. So let me see what with lightning hold lifted. This is 8 minutes ago. This is 9:09, so 9 minutes ago. With lightning hold lifted, pit boards can be removed so they can dry pit road. Also, officials checking safer barrier to see if any water buildup. Now, that picture looks quite wet. So I think on TV they showed a very slim yeah, monsooning. I like that word. I think I might have just made up the word monsooning. But, what about words? Why does monsoon only have to be a noun? It can be a verb. I think it can be a verb. Ta-da! It's now a verb. An action word, active verb. I think it's called active. I wonder what I'm going to do with that Nightbot Twitter thing. I think I need to add the second account, but I don't know about the third account. I think I'm only going to add the second one. I don't know. Autocorrect spelled it. Really? You know, people talk about autocorrect, but I just don't ever. I seem to never have stuff with autocorrect because I have a lot of what are they called? They're called different things. They used to be called macros, and anyway, I have a ton. Yeah, what are they called? Let me go to settings and see what they're called. It's under general. It's under keyboard. Text replacement is now what they're called. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of text replacements. So when I start typing, usually any combination of 2 and 3 letters, is probably a shortcut to a longer text replacement. So that's what I'm usually dealing with. So when I'm typing, that's what I have to watch out for. And some of these text replacements can be, 5 paragraphs that are really long. So it's like, I don't want to delete that. That's so good. Oh, yeah. I'm going to look this up. Hold on 1 minute. I got to look this up. Hold on a minute. Yeah, no problem. Monsooning. Now, we used to have Daniel's Webster's dictionary, but now we don't really have a reliable master. Who cares about that? I don't care about Hendrick. Do not look up monsooning. OMG. You mean that, it's a slang for something? Do not. What is that called? Slang or, not slang, whatever. Oh, now you got my mind racing. Do not look up monsooning. OMG. I shall look no further. It was like a monsoon. That's what I should have said. Yep. Oh my goodness. Can't people leave any word alone? Yep. And am I pronouncing that right? Am I doing the voice inflection right? Yep. Yep. I think I'm doing it right. I like that. I like that spelling. I like, what's that called? Semantic. What's that spelling that's precise? Is it semantic? That's not semantics. What's that when you spell it the way it's pronounced? Not semantics. Anyway, I can't think of the word. But that's what I like. I like it to be spelt the way it's that it's pronounced. So Chase Elliott returning from broken leg this weekend. That was too funny. You are. Oh, so I am saying, yeah. Well, I usually get it right, and then sometimes I linger too long on the yep part. So, yep. Thank you, though. Thanks. I mean, how do you spell that? How do you figure out how to spell that? That's great. Okay, so no monsooning. So now what are the asterisks? Is that specifically 4 characters like holy cheat? Is that like monsoon cheat or something? Or it's not specifically 4 characters. It's just the rest of it is not to be typed out. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Oh, golly. Yup. So what can I do as a viewer? The first thing that came up was from Urban Dictionary, not about monsoons. Oh my goodness, nothing is sacred. They won't do anything sacred. So, I spell it out as it sounds. As a YouTube viewer. Uh-oh. Until I get there. My mind's blank. There's a bunch of typos. I always think of things that I want to do as a YouTube viewer until I get there. My mind's blank. Okay, I'm going to go back to StreamYard. Now I'm back at StreamYard. I spell it as it sounds. The first thing that came up. Do you know how much it takes for me not to type it in here? Do you know how much that takes? Hello, viewer Joe. Well, thank you. I can't talk. I'm muted. So, StreamYard Joe will say hello for you to say hi to viewer Joe. He's muted. He can't talk. I think who muted him? I think what's his name? Lyndon, not Baines. Lyndon, not Baines, muted him. I mean, you totally can, but I did not get what I was expecting. Yeah, you never know with this stuff. Things are just. Now, I do think one aspect of different meanings about different words is the effect of the internet and live stuff. And, like, I think someone does a stream and tries to have an inside joke, but they just did something goofy and it made no sense, but it became an inside joke. And then suddenly it goes viral and then everybody's like, yeah, what does that need to mean? And so they come up with a on the fly definition, and then it gets into the Urban Dictionary and you're like, how the hell did that come up to that? So I think there's a lot of stuff that does that. You learn something new. Wow, what an educative situation. Well, that doesn't look good. Oh, I hate when they show different shows during one commercial. Because I see it and I'm like, wow, that's a great show, but they're showing 5 shows. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just the accused. Look pretty on Hulu. I don't have Hulu. Okay, so I don't know. I wouldn't get it. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, very educational. Yeah, my streams, I try to make sure everybody is educated. That's good. That's good. Good. So hashtag AUSGP, hashtag women in STEAM, and others are popular right now. Check out these reels. That's my reel. Why are they telling me to check out these reels? So I'm going to check it out. I guess not. No reels yet. I'm a reel. How come it's not showing me? That doesn't even make sense. I don't get it. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So 2 minutes ago at 9:27, drivers told to report to their trucks and teams told to put on wet weather tires. Now on TV, they show 5 of them just standing talking to each other. That's not reporting to their trucks. But I'm sure they really. See how dry that track is? See that? Woo! Maybe I'll be mistaken. Oh, about whether it races tonight? Yeah, I mean, also they only need to do a half a race. I mean, there's so many factors. You know, if they don't do half a race, then they have to do it tomorrow, you know, whatever. So there's always, but NASCAR can always call a race if half of it gets done. So they really just need a pocket for however many, for 100 laps instead of 200 laps. Man, those truck covers are sopping wet. Look at the tracks. Isn't that wild how dry that track looks? How can that be with all that? Yes. Jamie Howell talking to Ty Majeski, I think. Wow. Sounds like rain tires. It's the first time at Martinsville. It sounds like. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, Haley Deegan. So Haley Deegan's been interviewed right now, and she looked up and she said, and there's raindrops right now. Raindrops were falling on her while she was being interviewed. Daniel Dye is a youngin, and he's a soccer player. It appears that he's a soccer player. Someone threw a football at him, and he kicked it with his foot and caught it. Anyway, as soon as he caught it, he started waving it for someone else to throw it. He's like, I'm not going to throw it. I'm not football. I mean, because of Formula One, I say football, meaning soccer. I have converted completely to the European definition of football. Since I don't follow either of the sports, I don't mind calling it American football if I'm going to call it anything at all, and call football what happens over in Europe all the time. Oh my goodness. Ginormous, I think, is what that commercial just said. Ginormous. That sounds like one of those made-up words. Ginormous. That is a made-up word, right? Ginormous is not a word. Not even ginormous or ginormous or ginormous. That's a made-up word, right? They just said it. Ginormous. Thank you to Lyndon Not Baines and spectators, people of the ears. There's 4 of y'all. Oh my goodness. Who are the other 3? JoeHart PwD's has 3. JoeHart 2 and Twitch has 1. Has that always been there, but I've never checked it out? I'm not looking at any other made-up words tonight. Monsooning and ginormous. No, yeah. You can take the rest of the week. You can indefinitely take off from doing that. We don't want you doing that anymore. Absolutely not. No more looking up words tonight. That's funny. So, let's see here. What was I talking about? I've been traumatized once tonight. Oh, B, we don't like that. That's a bummer. There's sensitivity warnings everywhere. And Twitter actually put a sensitivity marker on one of my tweets and said you can either delete it or appeal, but it wouldn't show me what it looked like. I wanted to see, well, what does it show like right now? What's it look like? And I couldn't figure out how to look at it. So I was like, okay, I'll just delete it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to delete it. I want to see what it looks like. And I couldn't figure it out. So I went, oh, hell, just appeal it. So I appealed it. And they're like, by the way, when you appeal, that does not mean that automatically it's going to be reversed. And I'm like, why would people even think that? That just by appealing that you've won the appeal. I don't get that. So anyway, I haven't heard back. They haven't said anything to me yet. But I was sharing the LinkedIn account of Louisville, Kentucky's shooter. I was sharing his LinkedIn account, and it was flagged as sensitive, and they said gore, and I wasn't really sure what the problem was. And I was like, that's no big deal. I'll just delete. And I was like, no. I don't know. It's weird that. So there are these anyway, that's my point. It seems like if you type in something, just hypothetically, you type in monsooning, it seems like they would say, do you want to block these things or do you want to block those things? It seems like they would give you that option. not everybody is so cool that they want to hear the Urban Dictionary of stuff. They're like, no, that's not what I'm typing about the real word. Where is Webster's Dictionary? Where is, Daniel Webster or the other guy? What's the other Webster? They're brothers, I think. Daniel Webster and Daniel's not the main one, right? Who's the other Webster? Webster's Dictionary is one person, and Daniel Webster is known for something else. And I think they're brothers. And I'm blanking out. I must have this wrong. So Matt DiBenedetto is in his truck. I thought it was a fairly innocent question. Jeez. About monsooning? I would say that's totally... Miriam, I thought. No, that's the other company. Miriam, no. I know the person. Yeah, Miriam is it's the two dictionaries that combine. I'm 85% sure that Miriam is the other dictionary company and they merged together. Yeah, if someone said Webster's first name, I'd go, yeah, that's it. I don't think it's Miriam. Miriam, I thought. But anyway, yeah, where's just the regular dictionary? I want to know. And it used to be a Britannica. Wouldn't that be a complicated first name? Britannica Webster. Yeah, we just call her Brit for short, or, him or her or it. We call they Brit for short. Britannica. But, when I was a youngin', Britannica or whatever. Yeah, oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's way too. I needed the dictionary to figure out how to spell that word. I needed to look on the outside cover to go, oh, that's Britannica. Yeah, I agree. Amen. So something about Daniel. Yeah. When we were younger, the dictionary would change like once every 30 years. Like they would, judgment. Judgment. There's like 3 or 4 words. I can't think of them right now. But judgment got a second spelling finally. And canceling got a second spelling finally. And all these words finally got a second spelling. But I do believe judgment was one of the first words to finally make the change. So like for 30 years, there was no, my dad went to Yale and Harvard, and we had dictionaries and we read them. And I was OCD, so I tracked these kind of things. And really, they almost never, ever made a change in the dictionary. Just hardly ever. And then suddenly, judgment got a second spelling with the E, without the E, and canceling 1 L, 2 L's. And then it took a couple of years, and then finally it went off the charts. And then like every, I think there's a, I can't think of what it's called, but I think there's like the yearly update to the dictionary now. Now there's like, what are the words that have been added to the dictionary? And, and it's 7 to 9 words, every year. And I'm like, what is wrong with this world? Why we don't need more words. We can just learn how to communicate with the words that we've got. And I'm not trying to talk about, I'm not talking about transgender, and, I'm not trying to talk about controversial words, just regular words. Why do we have to change the regular words? So, anyway, enough about that stuff. Oh my goodness. Kylie McEnany. Speaking of political, she just went live on Instagram. Engines fired 1 minute ago. So 3 minutes ago, it says they will fire engines and teams will follow single file and do pit road speeds and then go double file. No word yet on how many pace laps. Obviously, an urgency to get some laps in with possibility of more rain. Official race would be 100 laps. And if there's no yellow, which there will be a ton of yellow, a yearly update is a bit much. Plus, it's multiple words. I forget what it's called. I've seen it. You know, it's an official website or an official page or an official post, or it's official. You know, it says these are the yearly whatever. And I'm like, what is going on? That guy spent, and I think Daniel and his brother, I think they both helped each other on all projects, but one got all the credit and the other didn't get much credit. But they're both geniuses and very smart, and they helped each other, and there's something about their story. So they are now on the track, not the yellows. Okay, so yeah, right. So if there are no yellows, this is 27 seconds a lap. Let me look at the starting lineup. 19.79 seconds. The slowest person is 20.4 seconds. So a lap is the slowest on the track is 20.4 seconds. Times 100 is 2,000 seconds, which is, I don't know, it's something. 30 minutes. I think that's 30 minutes. Is that right? Yeah, three laps. Again, with no yellows, which there will be yellows. But if there were no yellows, that's 3 laps a minute, and we need 100, so that's 33 minutes. And they're trying to get this in before who's this? Oh, Nice Motorsports. A lot of seconds. 2,000 seconds. That was too much math for me. A lot of seconds. I don't get. I guess they start on the rain tires, but then immediately, as soon as the race starts, it's up to the team what they're going to do with their tires. So they can immediately pit and change the tire, or they can, rain tires. If rain tires don't have water, they deteriorate quickly. Plus, they don't handle very well without water. They need water to thrive and survive. So that was 2. They weren't crew chiefs, but kind of. One was the owner, I think, of the team, of 5 teams, I think. And they're saying, what are y'all going to do? And they're like, we don't know, which they're not going to, give their hand away. They're going to hold it close to the vest. So we don't know. But look at that. The pace cars still have lights on. I don't know if they went through the defogger, rain flaps, and rain lights. I guess the rain flaps are the biggest thing because you can get the rooster tail and back, and visibility would suck. I guess this first turn, it's a secret. Yeah, about what they're going to do. So it looks like this might be going. I think I can't see the pace car, but I'm sure their lights are still on. They're going really slow. Why are they going that slow? I mean, because I bet every team in the world wants to get on the slicks ASAP. But if you stop, I forget the exact details, but if you stop under yellow, you only have to go through half the pit road. But if you stop under green, you have to go through both sides of the pit road. So it's really slow. You lose a lot of time if you pit under green. So they all want slicks on, but you lose time. So that's the trick, is who's going to do it the first. And I guess I couldn't figure it out, but they're probably, anyway, you take extra time to do it, but you'll probably have faster laps. I'm guessing that the slicks will be faster once it dries up more and more and more and more with cars going around. Oh, that's confusing. Yeah, it is. That's these crew chiefs are paid a lot of money to, and the driver just wants to race. But so this crew chief is going to say, oh yeah, the two sides of the pit road. And I might have it opposite. It could be during green, you go over both sides, or it could be yellow, you go through both sides. But it's different. Between yellow flag pit stops and green flag pit stops, you do one way and one the other way. And it sucks. And it's a really slow track. I mean, I think the average, let's go look at that starting lineup. 95 miles per hour is the average. 92 is the slowest. So, it's not that fast. So when you hit pit road, you're going 45 instead of 95 average. But if you have to go on both sides of the track, oh, golly. And it's so small. That's the other thing. Other tracks are big enough that their pit road is only on one side of the track. So that's why you only go on one side of the track, because it's only on one side of the track. Here, it's so small, you need both sides of the track. And then that's where they came up with this. They wanted to make it fair and even. And it made sense when they first set it up, but now I forget all the details. Ooh, doggy. They've got slicks all covered in plastic. Now they show a rain tire not on a car. I don't know why you would have a second tire. Now those tires that were on the ground there were sopping wet, and I couldn't tell if they're slicks or rain tires. Slicks kind of mean two things. Slicks is, okay, a yellow flag waving, and the pace car's lights, I think, are still on. They didn't show it right at the line. Oh, my goodness. I didn't hear that. Something about they want to keep it safe so that everybody does wets to dries at some even playing field. But they're not going to do a yellow flag for that. It's all green, so you got to figure it out yourself. I didn't understand what they're just saying. They were saying something about it. Still under caution. The pace car is still lights on, so that's at least a lap, if not a lot more. So they're going to commercial. I forgot about my drink. Oh, it's so dry. Oh, I mean warm, I meant. My kitty cat is coming to visit. Hi, kitty cat. Hi, kitty, kitty, kitty. I don't normally I'm in the future again. Oh no. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. I don't normally go crazy over military movies, but that looks like a pretty good military movie. About 20 to 30 seconds ahead on TV. Oh! My TV's been on for a while. Sometimes when if I reboot it, I catch up a little bit. So I did just turn it off. Maybe that will try to. My TV is totally turned off. I usually turn on my iPhone, my iPad, to get something going, but I don't have it on. I think I have to reboot everything, but I'm going to try, see if it helped any. I think I have to unplug it and reset it that way. Why does it have to be so fucking far behind? This isn't coming up anywhere. Wow, NHRA starts at 10 p.m., which is in 4 minutes. I don't know if I was right. I based everything on. So yeah, this broadcast ends at 10. I'm sure it won't, but it's supposed to go to NHRA, which is, you know, a second class citizen. They won't get it. Wet weather tires. Oh golly, they're going, I think. Yep. Pace car off. You already have green. I don't. Green, 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 green. Wow, they look so slow. This is such a slow track. So Zane Smith, Bush, Rhodes, DeBenedetto, Heim, Eckes, Hocevar, Tanner Gray, Majeski, Enfinger, Crafton, Friesian, Ankrum, Sanchez, Caruth, Garcia, Sawalich, Jones, Allen, Chastain. Yeah, this won't last long at all. There's not enough wet for the tires. So they have to pit pretty soon, I think. That's what Michael Waltrip was saying. But Zane Smith, Bush, Rhodes, Heim, Benedetto, top 5. $21.45 sounds like a typical lap for the rain tires. So more than a minute for 3 laps. They're already on lap 5 of 200. Of 200. The entire race is 200, but they only have to get to 100 so they can call race if they want. They won't show the stadium, but it looks like there's no one in the seats. I love it when they have no one. Busch is now in front. Zane is really close. Busch just passed him. Zane is still 0.34 behind him, so he's close. Corey Heim and Ben Rhodes are fighting. Corey Heim flew by him. Holy poop. Swallich. I don't get his name. So the 36th car is minus 17 seconds. So I guess he's about to be passed. Oh, he's right in front of him. Oh, man. So where's 51? I don't see 51. Bobby, stop. Sanchez, +7. Swallich, +6. So anyway, they're saying we're on these 10 laps. Why do the trucks have blinking lights? I don't know. I think it's tire related. They have rain tires, so they have red lights. I don't know what the red lights are doing. I think it's just a warning light, just saying we are on rain tires. Please drive with caution. I don't know if they have brake lights, and I don't know if brake lights will show if you hit your brakes, but I wonder if they do have brake lights. I guess they don't. Man, this is lap 13. So anyway, they said we got started early on this race tonight because of the rain tires. Okay, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. They are rain tire related. I just wish I knew. Corey Heim is up to second. He started fourth. Wow, Busch is already ahead by 1.07 seconds. So there's 36 cars. The bottom two are -1 lap. So 35 and 36 are already a lap down. Of course, they were just right in front of them. But the 19th place car is -17.5 seconds. So, I mean, that's, they're going to start passing cars and trucks immediately. Stage 1, 17 of 50. Lap 17 of 200. Or rather, 17 of 100 probably. Busch, Heim, Zane Smith, Tanner Gray, Eckes, Rhodes. Tanner Gray just went to third. So Busch, Heim, Tanner Gray, Zane Smith, Eckes, Rhodes, Hulsevar, Majeski, DeBenedetto, Crafton, Garcia, Sawallich, Friesian, Sanchez, Howard, Jones, Effinger, Holmes, Taylor Gray, and Timmy Hill is 20th at -20 seconds. I'm surprised no one's changed their tires yet, but I must have the tires wrong. Yeah, man, B, you are so on those blinking lights are distracting, and it's like, come on already. We know what's going on. I mean, I guess, but I wish I understood him more. But yeah, now for the life of me, I have no idea if they have brake lights. Because if they do have brake lights, those flashing lights are way more distracting. So 29 trucks on the lead lap. 29. That is 7 a lap down. Very distracting. Amen. Ross Chastain is about to be lapped. Kyle Busch is about to lap. True Crime and Smith just wanted to stop in and show love. Sifa is live right now. Oh, True Crime, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is kind of a watch along. We're watching the race right now. It's on FS1. But thank you, True Crime and Faith. I think I enjoy your live. Thank you for being here earlier. That was it's been a long time since I've had a stream like that. Sifa was very nice to lend all his friends and supporters for me because I don't normally have that type of turnout. So that was a ton of people today. Thank you so much. So I think you might have been gone earlier. We'll be around more. Yeah, I appreciate you coming. But yeah, definitely support Sifa. I want his stuff to be, and I know you do. So anyway, I tried to figure out all the people that came, and you were one of them, and I wanted to follow you and stuff. And so when I finally did click on your YouTube, I discovered I had already been following you for some reason. I guess I must have met you before through Sifa or somebody else. So I was already following you. I just forgot the name. Or, I followed a lot of people. Or, subscribe. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. And I appreciate you. Yellow flag. I guess this is a yellow flag for the tires. I'm not sure. Same. I was already subbed to you, probably from Sifa. Amen. He's a rock star. So now my backup channel that's new to me. I'm just trying to get above 20 for that. So that should come up with both my channels if you don't mind following my smaller one too. It's named after my cat, Francis. There it is. Yeah, the Francis Assistant is my backup channel. Anyway, I think B, I think this was a yellow. I think it was planned to change tires. I don't know. They're going very slow, and the pace car has the lights on. And it looks like they're lining everybody up and timing everybody out. So I think this is, okay, he might go in. No, he does not. So this is, so yeah, I guess everybody's going to take off the rain tires. Now they always have the option to keep the rain tires on. It's all up to them. Teams can decide whatever they want. Oh, golly, what are they going to do? I wish I had that Formula One thing. Anyway, thanks, True Climb. I probably thank you for stopping by. So just wanted to stop in and show love. Sifa is live right now. I enjoyed your live. Thank you. We'll be around more. Same. I was already subbed to you, probably from Sifa. I missed it. I did see a couple of trucks make contact, but I'm not sure if that caused the yellow or if it was scheduled. Yeah, I think it was scheduled. Yeah, me too. I was talking to Crime and Faith, and it was very nice to see her. I'm glad she came back. But yeah, I missed exactly what happened. But so yeah, I think it's scheduled. I heard something earlier, and I mentioned that I said there's something they're trying to do to even up the tires, but I didn't understand what it was going to be. And I guess I could have figured out that it was going to be a competition caution. But then there's also saying that it was everybody's choice on what they're going to do with the tires. So I'm assuming that no one's going to keep the rain tires, but they have that option. So hopefully when it goes green, since I don't have that Formula One thing with all the tires on it, hopefully they'll tell us if anybody did keep the rain tires on, because that will be wild. Because the more even if it was raining a little bit, which I don't know if it is, but even if it was raining a little bit, the cars are going, there's so many cars going every 20 seconds, all 40 cars are going over that stuff. So, I assume the slicks, which again, as I started to try to explain earlier, but I didn't get through it, is slicks really has two definitions. One, slicks means that the tire is shiny and slick and has no tread. There's no tread on it. It's just all shiny and black. And that's what most motorsports races, at least NASCAR, that's what most races are raced on. They're just completely slick. Now, it's also called slick, meaning it's brand new. So I forget what they're called when they're worn in, but sometimes they'll put slicks on for 10 laps to wear them in a little bit and then take them off just so they're already worked in for the next time. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Slicks, duh. I'm sure you just heard slicks, duh. He is so critical. Oh, I love Kyle. And we don't pay him to be nice. We pay him to drive. And he does that. And I don't think he has to be nice. I don't think he has to be courteous. I don't think he has to say please and thank you. We pay him to drive. That's what we pay him. Stage 1, 16 laps to go. Lap 35 of 200. And really, it's probably 100. They're probably shooting for 100. Oh my goodness, what are they doing? Did I just not do the... Guess I wasn't showing this at all. So lap 2, he was going, look at that. Busch on lap 25 was way ahead of lap 2. That's pretty wild. Wow, that was a pretty cool graphic, I think they call those things. Yeah, it's not a non-competitive stop. It's a controlled. I had that question last week. So, yeah, if they get behind by a lap, they are behind by a lap. But if they stay along with everybody else, it's non-competitive, meaning you get back into the place that you came in on. I think non-competitive makes sense. I hope I make sense on it. I'm dated on that pit road thing. They've eliminated the back part. It's been a while since I've been there. So they're coming on to pit road. Half of them are on, half of them are off. I think they have to take turns. I thought those green meant rain, but I'm wrong. They're slicks. $13 to go in stage 1. Oh my goodness. It's a commercial. Oh my goodness. So what do we got? I'll go off screen here. So Kyle Busch, Christian Eckes. I don't know if it's been reset yet. Probably not. I'll read the top part, which isn't precise and exact. But stage 1 of 3, 38, lap 38 of 50. Laps total, 38 of 200. Time elapsed, 20 minutes, 36 seconds. Lead changes 1, leaders 2, cautions 1. And I think that's a scheduled competition caution, the 1. So I don't know if they've reset the drivers, but currently it shows on this Kyle Busch, Christian Eckes, Zane Smith, Ty Majeski, Matt Crafton, Tanner Gray, Corey Heim, top 7. I'm not going to scroll on that thing because it's I'm just not going to. I just don't want to. Woo, doggy. So my daughter kind of grew up on the Jonas Brothers, kind of. The youngest Jonas brother is on TV. And Joe Jonas, of course, was the most beautiful of them all and the most sexiest. And the middle-aged guy was definitely the least beautiful. But the youngest, I never saw his sexuality, or his sensuality, and his. I just never have seen it. But I guess plenty of people have. Stage 1, 10 to go. It's still yellow. I missed it. I did see a couple trucks make contact, but I'm not sure if that caused the yellow or if it was scheduled. I think it was scheduled. Me too. Stage 1, 10 to go, lap 41 of 200. So the stages are 50, 50, and 100. And they're lining back up now. Ooh. Yeah, they're doing the choose lane. They're trying to pick which side they want, inside or outside. There's 2 for the inside, 2 for the outside. Now 1 and 1. They're adding a lap to the 1 to go. Nine to go. Let's see if the pace car turns its lights off. I think it did, but did it get there yet? It looks like their lights are still on. I'm confused. Martinsville pre-race 2 p.m. Sunday 3 p.m. About to go green. Not yet. You're in the future. Green, 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 green. Oh, Corey Heim was in front of Kyle Busch. Is he going to keep it? He did keep it. Golly. So these are all slicks. I mean, I think all the trucks are on slicks. So it was 21.4 for the rain tires. I don't know what the time is for this. Corey Heim still in number 1. Busch minus 0.42. Tanner Gray, 3rd. Zane Smith, Eckes, Rhodes, Hulsivar, Majeski, DeBenedetto, Sawalich, top 10. Woo-hoo-hoo. Stage 1, 4 laps to go, so we're going to slow down again in 4 laps, but hopefully no tire changes, but probably gas, I guess. I think they have funky rules. I don't think they could get gas before the end of stage one, I think. I don't know, something about the limits on when they can get gas. 3 laps to go. I'm sure yours 2 laps to go now. So yours probably is about the white flag. Stage 1, 2 to go. It's almost the white flag, but I'm sure you have the white flag. You can tell me you have the white flag. Final lap, white flag. Corey Heim in front by 0.79 seconds. Final lap there. Ding, 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 ding. Heim won it. Heim, Busch, Zane Smith, Tanner Gray, Eckes, Rhodes, Majeski, DeBenedetto, Hocevar, Sawalich. Top 10 get points. Top 10 get points. Corey Heim, Sawalich. I don't know how to say that word. Sawalich. Sawalich. Heim, woohoo! 1/4 done with the laps and 1/2 done if it's a rain out. Da-da-da. All right, so I'm going to try to make it to the end of stage 2, which is in 50 laps or less now, 47 laps. And especially if it starts raining. So Bob Pockris 9 minutes ago says, still some rain to the south. Teams will be watching. A race to halfway or just past it? Question mark. So They're replacing one sandbag in a specific section of the safer barrier. Oh, that's the river. Okay, got it. I thought he was trying to make a difference to the safer barrier. I was like, one bag? $30 miles an hour is pit road? Man, that sounds slow. So they have all those drying machines on the track, and the track looks wet-ish. That's weird. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, that's been not happening much recently. I forgot that I've been free of that noise for a while. A bit of a delay. Pace car's lights still on. So I guess it's raining. I guess that's what the additional liquid on the track is. Because when they finished on the rain tires, I didn't think the track looked too wet. And now it looked ding, ding, ding. Couldn't sneak it past you, could I? Like a week ago or so, I was getting that like 175 times a day. It would actually count them up for me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But I think it's been like twice in the last week or something. Something happened. I don't pay for virus stuff, but I have free virus stuff that, I don't know, somehow the noise went away for a while. So yeah, seeing those, they're doing a lot of interviews. I guess this is a holding pattern. I guess we're not anywhere close to going back to green. Lap 60 of 200. So I guess that means 41 laps to go on stage 2 whenever they start. So he's got a yellow flag out, but he's not waving it or anything. And the pace car still continues with his lights on. I don't think I see that very often where the flag man just sits there he leans over and he's not doing anything with the flag. It's clearly a yellow flag, but he's not waving it. It's clear. So I guess they know what it is, but he's not acting on it as if, anyway, whatever. I guess everybody knows it's yellow, but I wish he was making it a little more specific. So some people are pitting. 23 and 2, start the line. Grant Enfinger was 15th, and he's pitting. And they're changing the tires, so they're going from slick to slick. It looks like it's from slick to slick. Glue the tires back up? I wonder what that means. What? 7 to 8 to 9 caution flags? Something about the second stage? That's a ton of. I'll be right back, Joe. Cool, B. This is a long restart. They're not jumping back to it. Okay, yes. Cool, thanks. Let me see those numbers. So I have 1 in Twitch. Twitch, please feel free to comment if you're there. And then 2 on JoeHart. Is that Lyndon Not Baines? Are you there, Lyndon Not Baines? I appreciate your support. Pace car light still on, lap 64 of 200. Really probably lap 64 of 100. Or later. I mean, they don't just stop at 100. Okay, pace laps have gone down, and they're doing the choose rule. Bush on the outside, Heim on the inside. Lap 65 of 200. Ooh, golly. I'm sure your green flag. Oh! Pace car lights came back on. They added a lap, at least a lap, maybe more. Sometimes they add a lap if the choose rule, if people don't line up quick enough. Like if 5 cars go to the inside, but not 5 cars go to the outside, it gets a little messy. Tanner Gray's birthday is tomorrow, and they think if it ends at midnight, he might celebrate his birthday as a winner. So the pace lights are off. Let's see where Tanner is. He's 4th. So Chevy is number 1. Ford is 3rd and 5th. Toyota 2nd and 4th. Oh my goodness, lap 66 of 200. Adding one more lap again. It looked like there was rain on those safer barriers, but I couldn't really tell. Too much precipitation. They're coming off the track. They show a lot of rain in the light there. Cars down pit road. So what do we got? Busch, Heim, Smith, Gray. Busch, Heim. Red flag, Busch, Heim, Zane Smith, and Tanner Gray. So lap 68 of 100 of 200. Cars down pit road, red flag. Busch, Heim, Zane Smith, Tanner Gray. '20 is overheating. Perez. Welcome back, B. It's a red flag. They just pulled all the cars back to all the cars are on pit road. It's a red flag. It's raining too hard. It's not half the, they need 100 laps to be halfway for them to call the race or to finish the race today. If they don't get back to it. So they're covering all the trucks, which is smart to do. It's smart to cover the trucks no matter what, because any electrical stuff can get wet. If I was the crew chief or on a team, I'd be covering a truck. I'd be covering my vehicle all the time immediately. So pace car, starting 7 minutes ago, 10:38. So 8 minutes ago, pace car reports sprinkles. 10:39. 7 minutes ago, restart waved off because of rain. 5 minutes ago, 10:40. 6 minutes ago, a red flag for rain. And then 10:41, 5 minutes ago, drivers told to stay in their trucks. Hope is this rain doesn't last long. And then 1 minute ago, 10:45, 1 minute ago, NASCAR hopes this is a short shower and can resume. Obviously won't want it to build in another cell behind it. The radar looks pretty bad, but it's hard to tell. They all have colors and stuff. $32 notifications? A little bit better on the rain tires? Oh, that's horrible. Woohoo! That's the second crew chief says he's confused about what's going on, but that's not going to help. That's not going to convince NASCAR to call the race, or not call the race. It's not official, so they would call it to be run tomorrow. Is that really Susanna Hoffs? F1 driver penalty points. 2023 grid, current standings. Pierre Gasly, 10 points. Ah! Agenda Free TV. Woo-hoo-hoo! I think I'm going to just end up here. What can you do to comments? Can you so you can't Okay, so let me look here. So yeah, let me go look at what this is. Oh shit. Never mind. I get so disappointed when he has his personal streams. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go to that, but darn. I thought it was his professional channel. I love all his stuff when it's the news. They're drying the track faster than the rain is coming down. That's a interesting race to have. Back to your truck, supposedly. I was thinking of going to the Boston Marathon to cheer someone on, and I guess I'm seeing pictures of it. I guess it's tomorrow or something. I guess I'm late. That's too bad. I wanted to support him on that, but Shane Wilson doesn't look happy. He's one of my first crew chiefs I got to know and like. He's from Vermont. He was in Cup, and it was too stressful, and he wanted to be demoted, and he was demoted. And so Kyle Busch is walking back, and he just signed 2 cars and 2 photos, and he seemed to do pretty well with it. He didn't seem to get too out of touch with it. Ross Chastain's getting back into his truck. I'm sure he's down by a lap, but let's see how far he is down. He's back on the lead lap. He went down a lap, and then he got the lucky pass, lucky dog pass. So he's the last one on the lead lap. 27 cars on the lead lap. The other 9 are -1 lap. They're all -1 lap. They're not. There's no -2 laps. They are going to stay on wets. Why is this person talking like he knows what? Okay. There's the front row. Corey Heim and Kyle Busch, both in their truck, just sitting there ready. So, yeah, I guess they're going to shoot to try to do 32 laps. I guess I better feed my cat. I probably should feed me too, but I'm going to definitely feed my cat. Watch out, Boo. Watch out, Boogie Bear. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Good little kitty. The trucks are moving. Holy moly. I think that's a live shot. Lap 69 out of 200. Sorry, I'm dragging here. So 31 laps to go. I'm hoping it stays green for most of that. I guess they're saying 2 laps to go. The pace lights are off, so it's within this lap. Kyle Busch is weaving. Corey Heim is not. Okay, pace car went off. I'm sure it's green for you. Still yellow, still yellow. Green. It showed green, but it was not green yet. I wonder why it did that. Wow, Kyle Busch is third. I guess I'll go to the next yellow. Stage 2, 28 of 50. 23 laps to go. Twenty laps to go. Ah, yellow. All right, guys. B, I don't know if you're around and stuff, but I think I'm gonna head out. I'm not feeling it, and I'm hungry, and I should probably eat, and the usual AA stuff: restless, irritable, discontented, the usual. But I'll probably try to figure out Saturday and Sunday streams. I like to organize and compartmentalize all the events so I can do 2 or 3 events at the same time in a short amount of. So anyway, tomorrow will be probably similar to today, where I'll have 3 or so streams, and then Sunday will be 1 or 2 streams. But I really want to start getting on to IndyCar and IMSA instead of NASCAR. I'm so done with NASCAR. Especially Martinsville. Martinsville is not, I don't want to be reminded of what's happened in my life recently at Martinsville. So anyway, okay, guys. So stage 2, 18 laps to go, lap 83 of 200. They're probably trying to get to 100 and call it a race officially after 100 laps. Heim, Zane Smith, Busch is third. Woo! Tanner Gray, Eckes, Majeski, Rhodes, Hocevar, De Benedetto, Howard, Friesen, Sawalich, Garcia, and then they took the names off the screen. So, okay, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. B, thank you for being here tonight and earlier and yesterday and all that stuff. It's been much appreciated. So thank you very much. And I'm going to do my end broadcast twice, but you can still make comments after that. So, all right, guys. So let me see. I'm going to stop that screen. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And they're doing yellow flag pit stops. So end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. And I did that. And then Ed broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. 3, 2, 1. Boom. 3, 2, 1.